We have an American Pope. When we last left, we were talking about the conclave and explaining everything. And while the white plumes of smoke, they came out in the Vatican on Thursday. It took no time at all. Thursday after we left, by Thursday afternoon, I think it was the second vote of the second day.
No, I think it was the third. I think it was 4 votes overall.
Okay, so third vote, because they had the first day. So third vote of the second day, and old Leo the 14th gets made Pope, an American Pope from Chicago. Did you guys get the trading card?
No.
I did.
I know.
I ordered one. I did. Topps now. You know what? Topps.
They'll just do anything at this point.
Topps puts out trading cards of usually it's sports events. It's like if they have the license for baseball, which I think I don't know.
They have the license for everything.
Right. Yes. So let's say there's a big moment at a World Series. They'll put out a trading card immediately for it. It'll be available that night of that game, and then it'll only be available for 3 days.
Big moment in a World Series, they put these out every day.
Right.
It's insane.
Right. And if you order it, they're made to order. There are refractors. There's different versions of it to make them rare. And so I had no idea what was happening, but they put out a Pope Leo the 14th Topps Now trading card that day. And I got one, and I wish I had ordered a batch of them, because they said that the population, they call it a population, that's how many cards exist. And with Topps Now, theoretically, if 14 people order the card, only 14 of that card exists. They said over 100,000 cards are being printed.
Not surprised.
Because people wanted it, and that bummed me out.
Who's your favorite player?
Because he was my favorite. He is my favorite player, and also there's a variant version that I think is numbered out of 247. That is the white smoke variant, and I was hoping to get a white smoke, but with 100,000 in print, I only ordered one. It's gonna make it so they made a superfractor, which is superfractor is like gold foil on the back, one of one. So there's no signed version.
There's a few fractors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No signed.
To my knowledge, there is no signed version because they probably figured
he's probably busy.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a Fanatics deal at the moment. And so
you gonna break a box with the Pope?
Oh, that would be so cool. I would definitely do that, and he would have a great time.
He's a baseball fan.
Yeah. Well, I know that. I know that. I wonder if they'd let me in with my lucky knife though to rip the box open.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that Troy there is the white smoke variant.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, 267, okay? So it's out of 267, so it will be numbered, right? And the way they do it is you can't order it. You order the Pope card, and then 267 of the cards that are ordered, instead of getting the standard base version, you'll get the white smoke version, which is really what I wanted. But with 100,000 in print, that is going to make it a lot tougher. It's making me wish I ordered 10 or 15 of them, to tell you the truth.
It's a little Charlie bucket of you to buy one and then hope.
Only one?
And then hope that you just get.
I mean, they're not inexpensive is the problem.
No, I know.
It's $9 a card, right? So you get to a point where it's to order 10 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and
what, And
then if you get 10 base cards,
which you will,
it's exactly, it's 100,000 in print. That's a lot. So there's a superfractor, which is gold in the back. That's one of one.
Wow.
One person is getting that, which is a lot of times they do signed versions, which are also one of one. But for this, the superfractor gold version is taking the place of the signed version, I think. So that one is gonna, that's the piece. You know what I mean? That's what you want. I mean, just to have a base card will be fun.
Will it?
Yeah, 100%. It'll be super fun. It's a piece of history.
You gonna put it in your studio?
Yeah. Maybe get it graded.
Oh yeah, good. No, yeah.
Maybe get it graded. Spend
$50 to get your $2 card graded.
Well, it was more than $2, but it was. Yeah. I think it'll be worth it. Maybe I go to Fanatics Fest. I won't even send it away. I'll bring it to Fanatics Fest. I'll be like, "Can you grade my
save on the shipping?
My Pope card?" Yeah.
Maybe they'll take that robe and break it up. And then you have a piece of the robe.
That would be massive. If they did that and had a series of one of one, they wouldn't be one of one. There's the superfractor. Okay, there's the superfractor.
Oh, wow.
So that's the one of one. Now that, you have to get graded right away. Probably get a little insurance put on that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that is quite the collectible right there. There's only one that exists.
I'm surprised they don't do 3D ones. Wasn't that like kind of a baseball card thing for a minute?
Like lenticular?
Like, yeah, you move it around.
Right, that's the lenticular motion.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that is that, but that's more of like a gimmick. People want this because these are like really beautiful pieces.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
It's art.
It's art.
But would it be cool though if like you had that with the Pope and then he kind of danced, like he moved his hands up and it was like
Yeah, and he kind of yeeted. Like he was just like putting his hands down. That would to answer your question, it would be super cool. And I would probably get in on that if they were like, we also have a lenticular version. I would love it if they cut that scarf up or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You don't think he was wearing like a debut patch on his?
Oh, that would be sick. Somebody photoshopped him putting an MLB debut patch
on his robe.
On his robe. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah. Which I think is great because then they take off the patch and they put it. Then it becomes a 1-of-1 because they don't cut the patch up. One person is getting that patch on a card,
man,
which is massive. And usually, a few people will get them because they'll have the whole team wearing patches, or if it's a debut patch, every single player that's debuting is going to wear a patch, but there's only one Pope. Yeah. Right, okay. So there's only going to be the one patch.
Gold foil out of 50, orange foil out of 25,
right.
Black foil out of 10.
They're doing red out of 5?
Red foil out of 5, okay. And then the 1/1 foil fraction.
See, these are chrome, that's Topps Chrome series. The colors always correlate to those numbers. So, like, if you see the red, right, as you're opening your Pope card, that's the idea. That's the idea of you're breaking it, right, as you're kind of ripping the envelope. Mm-hmm. If you start to see just a shimmer of red, you go, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. And then you pull it out, out of 5, out of 5. You know, you get super psyched. Yeah. Because there's only 5 red ones, and you got one of them. But it would be great to get this 1-of-1 Pope card and then make a necklace like Logan Paul made for his Pokemon card.
That'd be sick. And
then rock it. I'd probably rock it every day.
Yeah.
You know, because not only do you have the Pope close to you then, it's a flex.
Plus, you would impress Triple H on your next box break.
Box break, yeah. He'd be like, what's that? I'd be like, oh, let me tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you, Hunter.
Oh, you didn't get one?
Oh, you don't have... Oh. I know you didn't get this one because it's 1-of-1. I'm the only one with it. And you go, are you Catholic? I go, no. No, I just like cards. Yeah, so you know, I'm I got real excited when they put that. You saw my Instagram, and I got it right away.
When I saw that on Reddit, and I was like, this is a really funny joke somebody's making on the baseball cards subreddit. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the website, and I'm like, oh no, they actually put out a Pope card.
Yeah, and then you're like, who would buy this?
I guess 100,000 people.
And then you're clicking through my Instagram story, and it just says copped. People, it was funny because when he was first announced as being from Chicago, people were like, oh, I hope he's a baseball fan. And they were trying to figure out which part of Chicago he was from.
There was one team that claimed him very early, and they were wrong.
He was from a different part of Chicago, wasn't he? Bro, I don't know who found him, but I would like to think that somebody was just sitting at home watching the 2005 World Series.
As they do.
Right. And they were like, holy shit, I just saw that guy on the news.
What was he doing?
Yeah, that guy's in the audience. His face looks familiar. They found, and this is why, Troy, we celebrate it. They found the Pope at a White Sox World Series game.
20 years ago.
20 years ago, 2005. We have a Pope that went to the World Series, but not like just in the audience.
From a win here in 2005 in Game 1.
Houston was in the World Series. There he is. That's the Pope.
I wonder how they find him.
Isn't that crazy?
There has to be some sort of facial recognition where they go through old video and they can just scan for where it has to be.
You think someone just dumped every White Sox game?
Well, look, the benefit is...
I'm not asking you like you're stupid. I don't like because this is crazy.
Well, if anything's online, I think it's like when you have a song. If you put up a song on SoundCloud and it's already registered to somebody, there's data that like it analyzes what's happening.
Or like YouTube instantly knows.
So maybe there's facial recognition.
But like all these games aren't just online.
But you know what I think it is? It's a World Series game, and there aren't that many Chicago World Series games to go through.
There's very few. Yeah, White Sox, very few.
Yes, it's very easy. Like they could probably actually go through it with a fine-tooth comb and still have time to get to dinner. Much time. No, I don't think so. Yeah, we have to go through every White Sox World Series game. Okay, right, shouldn't take too long.
Fine, I'll see you at dinner.
Yeah, yeah. Don't change the res. We'll get there on time.
No, you're right about that. There were not that many to go through, especially given his age.
Right.
Like, it's not like you got to go back to like the 10s and 20s.
No, and I would imagine too, broadcast was limited on those games.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be able to find him. Yeah, but that's the other thing. He's a young Pope too, right? How old is he? So they found him at this World Series game.
He's 70.
And he does. Oh, okay. So he's, but still, I mean,
That's pretty young. I mean,
and he seems like he's in good shape for 70.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure he just eats, deep dish and
Probably.
yeah.
Probably. And that's what he was getting at. Well, it wasn't. Where did the White Sox play?
Chicago.
No, I know, but what's their name
Southside.
of their? What's the name of their stadium?
Oh, at that point, I think it was still Comiskey.
Because
Now it's like Truist Park or something.
I wanted to say Wrigley.
No.
So yeah, he's a legit White Sox fan. Didn't even have. I mean, he had fine seats. Didn't even have great seats. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, he was just going.
He was just a guy who went to the game.
I love that we have a pope that's the
baseball fan.
It rules.
I wonder if he's going to get to watch like the games in the Vatican.
I mean, he's probably not really going to watch the White Sox this year.
But I doubt he was watching anyway.
What do you mean?
The White Sox. Because they
No.
suck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got other things that he probably really wants to watch right now.
What do you think?
He's definitely watching the Knicks.
Oh, for sure, because he's a Knicks fan.
Well, he's a Villanova.
He's a Villanova guy.
grad.
Which is now I have a built-in rivalry with the Pope because Syracuse and Villanova have a rivalry.
Oh boy!
So now I'm college rivals with the Pope. We used to call it Villanova. That's what we called it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't think of it. I can't take credit. I wish I could take credit for it.
But no, he's like retweeted stuff about Villanova and the current Knicks and stuff. Like he's following.
No, because Jalen went to Villanova, right?
Jalen went to Villanova. Josh Hart went to Villanova. Mikal Bridges went to Villanova. That's it for the current team. Yeah.
So like, same weekend, he got to become the Pope, which is huge, but also Knicks lost Game 3, which sucks, and they lost by a lot.
And everybody's very confident now that God is on the Knicks side. And then just to get crushed like that.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what God does. Maybe he needs to bring you down to earth a little
humble.
bit.
Well, he does like to humble. He
Yeah.
does like to keep people humble. That's true.
Yeah.
I love that he's a Knicks fan and a Villanova guy. This is why you want an American Pope.
Yeah, because he has my interest.
Right, there's American stuff that he's into. He wasn't always the Pope, although I did see, and then of course they find his family, and like his brothers are doing interviews, and he's got to know this is a bad idea. I wish they weren't doing interviews. And I also think that most of the news people doing interviews with the siblings are like waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Knowing like, okay, this is all nice. This is all
because
good.
the early interviews were
It's great.
They were nice. Yeah,
Very
like
nice.
I think who was it? The Associated Press that was there when his brother like went downstairs to check his iPad and saw that the Pope had been calling him for 2 hours.
Right.
And he didn't have his iPad on him. So like then he like calls the Pope, his brother, and he's
Right.
like, "Hey." And the Pope goes, "You didn't pick up your phone?"
What are you doing? I also love that he's taking calls on his iPad.
I think that's how they communicate.
Yeah, iPad calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw one news clip of the Pope's brother. I think is this the family reacting? Hit that mic.
It was like, oh my God, it's Rob. It's never going to be the same. What are we going to do? Yes, it's Rob. Yeah. Kind of go crazy, jump around, tingly, happy, dance, do a dance. Like, yes, it's like my dream came true, but did I really want that to come true? Because this is going to open up a whole box of worms. The drawback
Can you pause for a
is...
sec? You think he knows? You think he knows what's coming? Because it's a weird response. Like it's weird how he's acting. Like he's like very mixed emotions about it.
What
But
did I call her?
like because I feel like if my brother was the Pope, I'd be like, yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like
I got nothing to worry about.
brother's the Pope.
Yeah.
Like he really wanted to be the Pope very badly. So I'm glad he's the Pope because yeah, good for him. No mixed emotions on my end. It's all positive. The Pope's brother, I don't know if he's got a publicist or if he was just like somebody found his email and phone number. And he strikes me as the type that they found his contact info. They started passing it around to all their friends, and he just said yes to everything, which...
He's probably not going to say yes to a lot more.
Well, these people, they started going through his tweets, his Facebook posts.
Oh,
These old people on Facebook...
They're the best.
Get off of Facebook. All my old folks that are listening. I know we skew older. I know you're out there. I know you got Sirius. Get the hell off of Facebook. Stop expressing yourself on Facebook. First of all, even in your own family, nobody wants to hear it. Nobody has ever been like, oh, man, you know, I wasn't close with my family until my uncle started to share his political opinions on Facebook, and it really brought us together. That's not a story that's ever been told.
And he made a lot of sense, and it really changed the way I thought about things.
It changed my mind. You know, I was a part of one party, but then I started reading my family members' Facebook posts, and I switched parties.
Then I saw a meme, and I was just convinced.
Yeah, based on Facebook comments, I completely changed my entire outlook.
Thanks, Uncle Lewis.
That's never happened. Never happened. All it's going to do is fuck things up if your brother ever becomes the Pope.
Well, they can't take away his Pope card, so whatever.
I guess.
No, yeah. I mean, can't cancel the Pope.
No, you can't. It makes it, I mean, it's the day-to-day is a little trickier.
It's just a hump you just got to get over.
Luckily, he's not in America. He's in the Vatican.
Right.
Hopefully, they seal him away from all this stuff. And also, he can use the Pope excuse when it's like, hey, Rob, how come you don't call anymore? He's like, first, I'm Leo now, okay? And second of all, I'm the Pope. I'm probably not going to be calling.
But did you finish the Wordle?
It said his older brother from Port Charlotte, Florida, is a Donald...
Go figure.
Yeah, right? I wouldn't have thought. Is a Donald Trump fan and has used his personal Facebook page to share MAGA memes and rants. On April 5th, which was really...
That was like a month ago.
A month ago. Like, you already...
So they didn't find old shit.
And there's pictures.
Well, yeah, they're brothers. What do you expect?
You don't need to post them.
Why?
He posted a video of Nancy Pelosi speaking in 1996 with the caption, "These effing liberals crying about tariffs is just unreal. Do they not know that there is a thing called video? Just listen to what this drunk C-word has to say in the mid-90s before her husband had grinder dicks." I mean...
Your brother's the Pope.
I mean,
He's an informed citizen.
Your brother's the Pope. I want to know about the parents, like which one, like you can, clearly, of the two of them, this clearly means that one is like, that one turned out right, that one turned out wrong. I wonder which one the parents...
Sam. Different.
Which one the parents more gravitate toward?
Probably the Pope.
Maybe, but depending on the parents, they might go like,
you mean like ideology? Like ideology?
Yeah, maybe they like that he does that. I don't know. Earlier last year, Provost, okay, used the power of prayer to mock Democrats. I mean, you don't have to frame it that way.
It's kind of funny.
Resharing a post which read, again, this is the new Pope's brother, "Please pray for the 33% who approve of Biden, that they be healed of their mental affliction."
Okay.
So yeah, you know what the mental affliction is, right?
What's that?
Trump derangement syndrome.
That's right.
It's TDS.
Yeah.
That's a good prayer to have.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I mean, he's just praying for his fellow humans.
Pray for whatever you want.
Yeah.
So now the Pope has this to deal with.
You think not the Pope? You think the brother will say something kind of like, people will get to him and be like, "Listen, your brother's the Pope. You should really say sorry."
I think they will try that, but I think he will instead launch a podcast.
It's a good meme.
That's a great meme.
Where the woke... This is posted in October of last year. Okay? And it looks like The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It does look like The Simpsons.
Simpsons are funny.
It's a picture. It's a meme that says, "Where the woke lived before the 70s." And the picture is of a mental institution.
That's funny.
And he added, "True, period." That may be right. I hope that the third brother gets a request and going like, "Hey, we'd like to interview you about your brother." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that interview. Cool. And he goes on the news. They're like, "We're here to talk to you about your brother." And he's like, right. Infamous MAGA supporter Lewis. What? Not that. I should have asked which brother it was, because now he's got to answer for two brothers.
Which one?
The Pope and infamous MAGA supporter Lewis. He's got two famous brothers, and he's like, "Oh my God.
Oh God.
What did we do here?"
Just trying to be a guy.
Just trying to have some deep dish and a hot dog. That's all. Mike in Florida?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, Mike?
I mean, is it just me, or does this new Pope's brother sound like a fucking badass, man? I think this guy sounds awesome as hell.
Mike, I think you're missing where we're going with this. I don't know if we're on the same page.
Oh, you guys weren't saying this to his benefit?
No, we weren't bigging up the Pope on this one. No.
Oh, that's my bad. I thought this was like in the plus column on that.
Well, Mike, I'm glad we clarified that.
Okay, good deal. All right, take care, fellas.
Thank you, buddy. This would be exactly like if Mike in Florida's brother got elected Pope, and they're like, we have all this tape of Mike calling into this radio show.